let us set up the DAX and see if we can make some money while we're not managing it.
Wait. Matron, take them away. Oh.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, I'm the big fella. That is the Scruffy Trader. And it must be so, because it says so on my cup. But there's a problem here, because look, it's empty. Wonder Wink is not doing her job.
Is that right?
Well, actually, she is doing her job today. She's doing really well, because she's not shopping, which is a good thing. She's actually doing what she should be doing, which is sorting out the merchandise for the scruff.
I don't always shop.
That. And yes, she does always shop. She is shocking. One of the worst things possible is for her to watch me trade. She sees what I make and then spends it over there. Not good. And it's certainly not good, because I've got to go see the accountant today to sort out our finances. And I'll be leaving her alone in here. Ooh. I'm taking my wallet with me.
I think your details are saved.
No, that'll be right. So, details are saved. Can I save the day? Yes, if you're looking at this for the first time, it is a trading channel. I do trade for a living. It is verified. I do show statements, etc. And when I trade, it's in the moment. So, what are we doing? Well, this morning was a bit chaotic for me, because I've got lots and lots of things to do today. And because of that, I can't really monitor the chart, and I've got to step out in half an hour or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this up, and I'm going to stack it as well as stage it, because there is a difference. And I was asked this the other day, is stacking and staging the same? No. Stacking is multiple orders placed together at the same point with different target points, which can help you manage the trade. And staging is where each one of those orders is going to be. So let me explain. I'm currently looking at the DAX on a 1 hour. Now, everything I think tells me this is a buy today. Now, we were discussing this earlier on, and I dropped a bias in here at 11 o'clock. It's currently past, saying it's a buy, but it's telling me to wait. In other words, what that means is I'm looking to buy, but it's not ready. Okay, so I just have to kind of wait for the conditions and do that top of the hour. When it's ready, in you go, sorted. Sometimes you can't do that. You've got to place your orders in staged. So there are a number of places that I can look at. Now, this has had a sudden surge up on the hourly. So I have an area here, and as you can see, it's pulling back. And if I draw a fib on it, it will give me some entry points for the continuation to the upper side. And I'll show you. But why was it a buy in the first place? Well, if we look at this, it's had a good push down, it's had a good push up, down, push, but it is failing around this area. Okay. And these green candles are quite interesting, because that swing round, as we can see here, that cluster, it's kind of the feel of that. So could this be a good push, certainly into the middle of this? Possible, highly possible. But this is a daily, it takes time to play out. Drop it to the 4 hour. Well, we can see that it's had a good push up, it's come down, and it is flatlined here. And now it's having a solid push up, breaching this level. Okay, so that's a good sign. And where there's big candle, there can be movement. So that movement can be substantial. Okay, so let's take this down to an hourly, see what the thinking is. Well, if we are coming back to the tops of here, we're at the top end, and you can see it's starting to come in a little bit now. So is it ready? Maybe. But I think this has a chance to retrace somewhat. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of a fib on it so I can see. So I now have entry criteria on 23, 38, 60 to 61. So I'm prepared to do that all the way down. And where can we target? Well, we just target 20 pips, 10 pips, whatever you want. And the easiest way to do this is if I put 5 orders here at £1, boom, 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 and we have them at 5 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips, what it'll do is it'll automatically do the carving for me. In other words, instead of watching it and going, oh, I think I'm going to take a little bit of money off, each one of these individual orders will do that for me. And then I can put another 5 here with the same criteria up to there, and another 5 there up, and build up my full position with a broken position within a broken position, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the orders at the 23 mark, and we'll put them in for a 20 pip target, and then we're going to put another set here and another set here, all buys, all going up to these targets up here. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So I'll start putting the orders in now, and you'll see it build up, and then when I've finished the stacking, we'll let it run a little bit quicker so you can see the trade play out, and then I'll come back to you at the end later on tonight when I come back from my meeting. Okay, so that's what we'll do.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay guys, I'm back. I've had a good meeting with the accountant. Well, not really. What a bloody tax bill to pay. Your fault.
It's not my fault.
It is.
Oh.
You pushed me too hard. And do you know what? Look. Still empty. My mug. Still empty.
Would you like a coffee?
Yes, please. It's very kind of you. I've had a traumatic afternoon.
I'm sure we're in the pub. It looked traumatic.
Well, you've got to have a meeting in a good place, haven't you? Well, sort of. No, we do. Go down to the office, have a good chat once a quarter. It keeps me right because, believe it or not, the tax affairs for trading is quite difficult at times. And you've got to be a little bit careful because for all spread betting is deemed tax-free, because I trade for a living, it's a slight grey area. But he keeps me right. I just show what I've done, give all my expense review, because you can claim little bits for the house, because obviously I work here. It's a working environment, and that kind of helps me a little bit. But still got to pay it. Bugger. Anyway, how else do we pay these things? How do I earn money to pay tax? Which I guess is a question that a lot of people will ask. Well, as I was setting this up, I said I was going to leave it and stack it. Well, today's been a bit of a merry shocker, and I did keep half an eye on it. When the drop came in, was able to sort of add the positions up and get it ready, and there's nothing left. We are done. Nothing running, and that stack made £720 in one day. So why is that good? Well, it's very, very simple. Because I'd set up the arenas to start with. You kind of see the highlighted here. We already had points where I didn't want the price to move below, which is the red. All right, so yeah, you might sit in a little bit of pain and you might worry about it. But the overall market is to the upper side. So that's why I was going up, long. And then from there, stage in the way I wanted with staged orders, and then just let it get on with it. Simple, simple stuff. The moral of this story is very simple. You don't always have to babysit a trade. What you can do is pre-plan it. Now, yes, it can go drastically wrong, and if you're not there to monitor it, you can't kill it. But that's why you have boundaries, sort of the areas on the chart that I showed you, which were points of no return. In other words, when it goes through there, it hits your stop, and that's it, you're done. Now, I do have a wide stop, but that's why I stage backwards, because as I stage backwards, it reduces the exposure against that stop. Now, the first order obviously is fully exposed. The bottom order has next to no exposure, so they cancel each other out. And then the management, as it moves into your favor, pays you quite well. And that's day trading, or day trading to me. Now, it is a strange concept, but it is a concept that has paid me very well for a very long period of time. And I show it constantly. So you tell me, when you see all of these people saying, oh, there's an 80% failure rate, is that because they're listening to 80% dross? Or because they are just gambling? Who knows? Maybe it's a subject for another video. But this one, really just to show a bit of consistency. And got me coffee now. I was happy now. I like her. I didn't like her before, but I like her now.
You're really pleased, aren't you?
Yeah, you're going to put gold bikini on.
Not that chestnut.
Well, I'm hoping to get on the chestnut yet, I'd say. Right, we'll leave it there because we often have a good day, have a good night, but that's me done. I don't need to do anything more the rest of this week. Tomorrow I'm going to have an easy day. I'm working on modules for the rogues, and the modules, if you don't know, is part of the Scruffy Squad, and it's a step-by-step course of how I trade. The first lot are getting released this Sunday, and it's going to be an ongoing task, as well as the complement of the morning Zoom calls, where we have an open therapy session where we either crying into our cornflakes or we're getting all excited because we've had a good day. So tomorrow I'll be all excited. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.